Ah.
Oh, wait. Maybe they can't hear you. Wait, say something.
Oh.
Oh no, they can hear it. They can hear it. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
You sure you don't need more of a volume check? You sure?
I'm gonna increase your volume a little bit. Wait. Okay, wait. Just say something. No, I mean no. Like say like something normally.
Maria.
Yeah, that's better. I think it looks better, right, chat? Looks okay.
Everyone
All right,
good?
Leo Moriha.
Leo Moriha.
good.
Now you want a
Alright,
ship
cool.
name? Now?
That's not a ship name. That's a greeting. It's a joint greeting. Okay, that's different.
I don't know.
Joint greeting,
We're
ship
going
name,
combining
kinda diff.
names. Now it's
Kinda diff. Not gonna lie here. I'm gonna use this chat because my other chat's broken for whatever freaking reason. Just doesn't want to work sometimes. Leo Moriha Kokone. Oh my god, I almost said Kokone Senpai. It's like I've just been hearing everybody. I've been hearing everybody say senpai, and now like I've gotten the senpai brain right. What is happening?
I know one of the Gen 5 girlies said she was surprised. She was like, "Bro, you guys actually call them like senpai and senbei like outside of stream?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's cute."
Ew, cringe.
I'm like, Leori senpai on stream, and then as soon as you end, I'm like, "Okay, thank you for the collab, Miss Valkyria."
Yeah. Valkyria-san. Valkyria name.
Valkyria name.
We'll act like complete strangers. Like, yes.
Yeah.
People outside of you start calling you senpai too. What the? Gozy chat, thank you so much for the super chat. Leah Moriha, finished my grocery run. Now I can watch Amoria and Leah with apple juice. Question of more, do you have? Oh my god. Okay, wait. All right. Amoria asked me about this before stream started. We were like in the call, we're just chatting a little bit. She goes, so what's the deal with the apple juice? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you on stream because I am certain that all the Palcaries want to fucking hear me talk about apple juice because it is their favorite fucking thing to talk about right now. And she was saying that you fuckers have been asking her in her streams too. Leave her alone. Leave my kohai out of this. Huh?
Because I ate an apple on stream, and I think.
Okay. Well, I guess that's.
Juice.
I guess that's kind of.
But that's
relevant.
not the first time. That's like the second or third time.
Chat. What the fuck, dude? You. All right, chat. We're gonna talk about the rules. You know, don't bring up other streamers in the street, in the whatever in the chat. You know, you get banned. Your ass is gonna get banned. You want bans, huh?
I'll ban you.
I'll ban your asses. I'm a mod on her stream. I'm gonna show up next time. I'm just gonna ban every single one of you.
Now, okay, I can't guarantee your protection from Leora Senpai now.
See the Palcarie name. Just gonna insta ban. Goodbye. Out of here. There was never any mention of other streamers, only Apple. Just shut the fuck up. Yeah, but that would eventually lead to talking about the stream, okay? God. Yeah, anyway, so
I'll ban you from Amoria. I'm bad.
You think
at
Amoria
Bongi,
could ban a fly? She couldn't ban a fly.
Ah! Listen, I'm good at banning trolls. And bots.
Yeah, until they say sorry and then you'd take it back.
Well, I mean,
if a troll came in and said sorry, you would unban them. If they could do that. Also, I think I might have clicked something wrong. Uh-oh. Hopefully, my thing is okay, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. It's not like Twitch where you can submit appeals.
Yeah, because you would just unban everyone instantly.
I mean, a genuine apology.
My god, they would literally be like spamming like kill yourself, and then like you'd see their appeal and they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I don't know what came over me. You're like,
I'd be like, oh, I will. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I was gonna do that anyway, so I guess you know you're right. Like it's not your fault. That's my fault. Literally, like actually though. Okay, wait. To tell you about the apple juice. So let's talk about the fucking apple juice. Let's talk about this because it's become a meme that's gotten out of fucking control because now my workplace is also bullying me about yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, so are you gonna show more of the photos? No, I don't need to show her photos, chat. Okay, so basically what happened is I don't know how the fuck I remember what happened. My family member, so I was having fainting spells and my family member was telling me that I might have hypoglycemia, which is like a thing where if you have low blood sugar or whatever, right? And so my family member who's a doctor, she's like, hey, it might be good if you could like buy some apple juice or something or like some kind of fruit juice just so you could like sip on it during the day and like keep your blood sugar at good levels. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's a good idea. And then I told my chat this and I was like, yeah, my what do you call it, my family member said that and blah blah. And so I was like, oh, I wonder what I should drink. And I said, yeah, well, apple juice is hard because you can't buy it in bulk at the grocery store. And then everyone was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I've seen orange juice, but I've never seen apple juice like in a big thing. Like I know they have the small containers or like a juice box or whatever of apple juice, but I've never seen a large container of apple juice. So that would be kind of cumbersome because you can't buy the large thing of apple juice. And then they were all like, what kind of grocery stores do you go to? And I was like, what do you mean what kind of grocery stores do I go to? I go to normal grocery stores. And then they were like, no, you can just buy apple juice in bulk at the grocery store. And I was like, no, you're fucking lying. You're like gaslighting me. And they're like, no, you can do that. And then I had a Palcary literally go to the fucking grocery store during my stream and take a photo of apple juice on the shelf and send it while I was streaming. Also, hello, Zelly. We're talking about apple juice. And but like, okay, see, the thing was, it got like crazy because people just started like naming weird ass fucking juices. And they're like, yeah, you don't have like, what? You don't got mango juice? You don't got blueberry juice? And I was like, what are you guys saying? I like can't even believe if that's like, Maeve, don't start with me. Don't start with me, Maeve. Don't start with me, Maeve. Have you ever seen it? I've never seen a jar. I was talking about Martinelli's because I like Martinelli's because they're really cute. They're like in the little apple shaped glass, like they're like really small and they're circular.
Oh, is that the one that went popular on TikTok?
I have no idea if it's popular on TikTok.
It says like people will bite into the outside and it would like make like it would sound.
No,
like
you cannot do that with its glass. It's like a glass.
Oh, never mind. Wrong.
No, it's like a glass container. You cannot bite into. Anyway, no, I've never seen giant Martinellis. I've only seen normal sized, small, handheld Martinellis. No bulk Martinelli. And then people were like, okay, what about like kiwi juice? And I was like, okay, y'all are just, and people said like lychee juice. I was like, you guys are just making shit up now. And then at that point, you know, I don't believe that the apple juice is even real anymore because now they're talking about like these random fucking juices that I've never seen in my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyways, that's what happened. Dante, thank you so much for 14 months of membership. Thank you. But yeah. Is it common knowledge, Amoria? Would you say it's common knowledge that you can buy apple juice at bulk at a grocery store?
It's like asking, is it common knowledge that you can buy orange juice in bulk at the grocery store?
Have you bought apple juice in bulk at the grocery store before?
I don't think so, but I know it's there. It's in like the juice aisle. It's just not in like the refrigerated
yeah,
juice.
so like I was telling them like I've kind of only just been at the refrigerated juice aisle usually for like orange juice. And like sometimes they might have other stuff like lemonade or like Minute Maid stuff like fruit punch or something like that. But besides those, I usually don't see anything. I think the only time that I've been in like the juice aisle is if I have like a UTI and I need cranberry juice. You know what I mean? Isn't that what cranberry juice is for? Is it not UTIs? Maybe it's for something else.
I think it's for, I don't know. I don't think I've ever bought cranberry juice for that reasoning, but I think that's what it's used for.
Yeah, I feel like
I think Amorima has bought cranberry juice for that reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amorima. Sorry not to air your dirty laundry on stream.
I mean, I think like the like statistic for UTIs is like crazy for women, right? So like it's like you get them so often. Also, Mita, stop it. Don't give me a super chat. I don't want your super chat. Go buy some juice in bulk. Shut the fuck up, Mita. Get out of here. Get out of here right now. Patty's Juice Box, thank you so much for super chat. Gotta say, it was quite the juicy development. But You have a gallon of apple juice in your fridge? Is like
sorry.
apple juice a thing that people just drink though?
Yeah.
Like orange juice, yeah, but apple juice?
My parents buy like, it's like a little like 6-pack of like the like mini Minute Maid juices.
Oh.
And they're like in a little 6-pack. And they buy like the mini like orange juice and apple juice.
Can you send me your address? No, Maeve, don't send me apple juice. Yeah, like apple juice is just sugar water. That's why I don't drink it. Like orange juice, at least it feels like I'm drinking like, you know, let's take a
step back. Let's take a step back. Like, okay,
I don't want to hear your
buy
opinions
apple
about
juice,
sugar water.
you
I don't want to hear your opinions on sugar water. Your blood is literally just sugar water. I've seen your fucking Coca-Cola orders outside your door.
It's like artificial sugar. It's like aspartame of water, blood. Okay, first let's get straight. Let's get fucking straight first.
Yeah.
You could come for the aspartame or whatever the fuck is in Coke Zero sugar. But okay, at least drag me correctly, okay?
Alright, sure.
At least
drag.
at least do a little research and pretend you like care about me before you drag me.
Also, Digital Edwin, thank you for 20 months, and Rias, thank you so much for 2 months. I'm so sorry that I usually try not to read all the stuff during collabs, but I will.
Oh, you can read it.
I'll just be like very quickly shouting them out, but I'm not gonna read everything in them. So, alright, what a tomato juice. I am aware of tomato juice. Clamato I have heard of, but I haven't had it myself. Okay, like what's your opinion on like pickle juice, Amoria? Like do you know what like a like have you heard of a pickle bag? Yeah,
wait, isn't that like the giant pickle? A pickle bag?
No, like a pickle back. Like Nickelback. Nickelback, but with a pickle.
Nickelback, that's the fucking example you use. It's gonna be like bag.
Like Nickelback, but pickleback.
You use Nickelback as like your example for highlighting the word bag. Fuck.
Leroy started saying, "What do you mean?" Everyone just keeps calling me fucking insane. Picklebacks are normal.
Pickle juice, or is like you can use pickle juice as like a shooter or chaser.
Yeah, that's exactly what a pickleback is. It's like when
tequila,
you take
you
take like a shot of tequila and then you chase it with pickle juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of my brother's exes did that.
Really?
And I tried it. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I don't know. It was when I was in it was it's
when you were a legal adult in Magical Academy.
Yeah, the day I turned legal, I tried it, and I know it wasn't very long ago because that was only last year. But,
right.
Yeah, it was only a year ago because I'm 22 now, so I turned 21. So it feels like years ago, like
right,
maybe.
Right. I mean,
when I was in a different point
time just kind of flows different, you know.
But so it's been a while. I mean, it hasn't been a while, but it's felt like it's been a while. So I can't really remember it.
Yeah. Mentally, it's been a while.
Yeah, mentally, it's been quite a few years. More's an old soul.
No, like the thing is like, okay, so ironically my sister right now, like that's her like obsession. She's like really into pickle bags. And so she will like tell me about them. She'll be like, oh, like I went on a ski trip. And then like I was like, oh, what'd you guys do? Or what'd you guys drink? She's like, oh, I had picklebacks. And I was like, oh, like what, like is that good? But the problem with picklebacks for me is that I don't like tequila. I mean, but maybe it's supposed to make it tolerable and better, but I like fucking hate tequila.
I don't like tequila either, but it's just like, it's like a fun group activity.
Pickle bags?
No, just like shots.
Oh, well, I'd rather take a shot of literally anything else than tequila.
Wait, what's your favorite shot? Because I think I've taken vodka, tequila, and I've had like Fireball whiskey. I don't think I've taken
I love Fireball. Fireball's great.
Yeah, Fireball goes down really easy.
Do you like the like cinnamon? Do you like? Yeah, I love hot tamales. Wait, do you like hot tamales?
Yeah.
Hot tamales and like Big Red. Big Red gum.
Big Red again? Oh, that one.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I remember that. Oh my god, it's been so long since I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if that exists anymore. I feel like that was like in the era of like juicy fruit. Does juicy fruit still exist?
Wait, juicy fruit was my fucking shit, doesn't it? I remember it would get stale really quickly. Like
You chew it for like 3 seconds
yeah.
and then you spit it out.
But those 3 seconds were so good, it made it worth it.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. No, or like zebra stripes. Have you had those? I feel like that's a boomer gum though.
Zebra. Oh, I thought you meant zebra cakes. No, zebra stripes.
No, I think they're literally just called zebra stripes, and they used to like come with like temporary tattoos.
Oh wait, I think I've seen them before. I think when I was young, I saw them. Like the little guy on the front looks familiar.
Yeah, the little rainbow zebra guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
wait. So what's your top choice of alcohol when you take a shot?
Oh, probably whiskey. Probably whiskey. I feel like depending on the whiskey, it goes down pretty okay, right? But in general, I'm not really a shot taker. I like to, even if it's like something like really strong, I'd rather have it mixed.
Oh.
Like
really?
even if it's like an like AMF or something, I'd rather have it like mixed, you know? Or I could have like a gin and tonic, or like, cause you know those are like kind of more strong drinks anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I only have ever had a gin and tonic.
You haven't? It's really good. Have you had so tonic?
No. I'm kind of still a baby when it comes to like alcohol.
In Korea, there are a lot of places that serve so tonic instead of just soju, and I much prefer so tonic over soju. So anytime they have it, I always like ask them for it instead.
Oh, so tonic.
I don't even like taking shots of soju. I'd rather have somek.
I don't. Oh, actually, I had somek. Okay, yeah, I don't really like soju either, but like I drink it just cause like drinking. But I don't like beer. I really hate beer. But I had somek for the first time, and I was like actually not bad.
You're going through this.
It kind of tasted like makgeolli.
You're going through the same thing that I did, because I actually didn't like beer until I had somek, and then I was like, I think I actually don't mind this. And then I started drinking a lot of somek, and then I started liking actual beer too.
No.
It's the pipeline. The pipeline. You're going through the pipeline.
No.
Yeah. No, I also no, because fruit soju, first of all, sucks, and second of all, it gives you a massive headache.
Really? I've never gotten a headache from
you're young.
Soju. And are you saying you aren't? Are you saying you aren't? You are not young and say so?
You're right. I'm so young.
You are just say so?
I'm so young and say so that I get hangovers from sweet alcohol. It's like you know when you go to Japan, I can't have strong zeros anymore.
Oh my god. Okay, I fucking never heard of strong zero until Miodi brought it up. And then I heard everyone fucking talking about strong zero.
Right.
But is it good?
Oh, you didn't try it?
It must be. No, I went alone. I don't like drinking alone.
It's basic. Oh, you could bring it back, I suppose, but it.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back for Miodi.
Oh, I see. It's a Japanese drink. Actually, it might get regulated soon. It's gonna get like the Four Loko treatment, where I think they're gonna start either like nerfing it or taking it off shelves because of the alcohol content.
Is it pretty high?
Yeah, so it's like the reason why it's called strong zero is that it's supposed to be like a really strong alcohol level, you know, and it tastes good, and that's why people buy it. But the thing is, there's so much fucking sugar in there. So a couple it's been a while now, many years ago Jesus, I'm old. Many years ago, I was in Japan with my friend. I was staying at her house, and us and then one other friend, the three of us, were just at her house, and we were drinking. We drink, and both, like, all three of us have pretty good tolerance, so we drink so many, like, we just kept going back and forth from the convenience store to buy more and buy more and buy more. And then I had probably the worst hangover of my entire life the day after, because all we drank were strong zeros, and the sugar in that is like crazy. And any alcohol that has a really high sugar content tends to be more likely to give you a hangover if you get drunk.
But the ones with a lot of sugar are my favorite.
Yeah. So that was probably the last time I had strong zeros. I think after that, sometimes I'll have like one strong zero, but if I'm like getting drunk, like I'm gonna just go for like whiskey or something else, because that's like not as bad.
I thought I wouldn't like whiskey, but then I realized whiskey's like the alcohol in highballs.
Yeah, so I also don't really
like
care much for whiskey on its own, but I do really like whiskey in mixed drinks a lot.
Yeah, I love me a good yuzu highball.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of yuzu, but I do love highballs in general. Yeah, have you had Four Loko before? I feel like you might be too young for Four Loko.
Four Loko? No, what is it?
It was this like American alcohol. It was basically strong zero. It was like really strong, and you just could drink like 2 or so, and it would like get you pretty fucked up. And it looked like an energy drink. It came in like this can that looked kind of like an energy drink. And so I remember when it came out, there was all these problems because these high schoolers would just buy it, and the people at the register wouldn't realize that it was alcohol because it just looks like an energy drink. So they would just unknowingly sell it to underage drinkers and stuff. So there was like a big controversy. That, and it was just so high in alcohol content, and people got like really messed up. And I think some guy like got either really sick or died or something. So then they had to nerf it, and they had to like reduce the alcohol content in it because it was like killing people. Like actually killing people. It had actual caffeine in it. It was delicious. It was so good. There was like I really like the watermelon one. There was like a watermelon one. It tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher basically. It was so good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, I like alcohol that doesn't taste like alcohol but has a lot of alcohol in it. Because I don't think I have a big of an alcohol tolerance as you, but mine's still pretty strong. I think out of all my friends, I can outdrink almost all of them. But I like sweet sugary things.
Yeah.
But those usually don't have a lot of alcohol content with them, so then you have to drink more of them. But then my stomach gets full on liquid easily. So then I'm like, oh my god, I need to go throw up, not because I'm drunk, but because there's so much liquid in my stomach and I need more room.
That's so horrible. That's the most horrible. Like, I think I'm pretty good at I'm good at like peeing it out, you know? I get like full if I have beer, but if it's cocktails, I can just like pee it out. And I don't know why, but like when I drink, my stomach becomes fucking infinite, and I just keep eating anju like forever. I'm
also like, Korea
I'm
has
an
conditioned me
anju
so much.
fiend.
I need to eat. Yeah, I need to eat.
Oh, 100%.
When I drink.
100%.
Like, it is like I need something to snack on when I eat.
I mean, that's probably why our tolerance is higher too, though. And it is much better for you to be doing that, because you just gotta like eat while drinking, and it helps kind of balance that out, you know?
Yeah, I get so snacky when I eat now.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
And it's fine in Korea because most people like get anju here. But like when I went back to the States, like when my dad and I would go out drinking, like we wouldn't eat anything. Like if we already had dinner and stuff, so I'd be like, oh man, I need a little snacky. I need a little snacky for these cocktails.
Like at home, or if you're out.
Like when we're out,
you could like. I feel like if you go to like a bar or something, though, they're pretty good about like having bar
but it's just
snacks
like
or something.
it's just like my dad, like he doesn't like because I think like snacking while drinking isn't like as strong of like a culture
right
in America, especially like in the Midwest, I would say.
That makes sense. I feel like usually my friends and I will get like either like a fried pickle, like pickle chips, or like French fries or something to have with drinks, just to like, because I think most people, especially like my age, I feel like now we're kind of like, well, we don't want to get like fucking sick, so we just like try to like, you know, eat something while we're drinking at least, and we're not like trying to get fucked up, especially if we're outside. We're not trying to get fucked up.
If we're like think about a lot of things when you get older.
Yeah, just life, man.
Yeah. My biggest concern is how I want to get drunk, but I can't because these cocktails have like 3% alcohol in them.
Yeah, but you don't want to get drunk with your dad.
Why not?
You get drunk with your dad?
I mean, not really. I mean, most of the time, no, because I have a pretty high tolerance. But like, what's weird about it?
I mean, it's not weird. It's just more like for me personally, I would never be drunk in front of my parents. No, definitely.
Oh, really?
Not.
I could be drunk with both my parents.
No, first of all, I don't want them to see me drunk. Second of all, I don't know what the fuck I'll say when I'm drunk if I'm like really drunk. You know, like tipsy, sure, but like drunk, even tipsy, nah. Like that's not the vibe. I don't know. But I'm also like, I'm close to my parents, but I'm also not like friends with my parents, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm close to them, but I'm not friends with them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my parents are like besties.
Yeah.
My mom, but they regularly call me their friend.
Aw, that's cute though.
But my parents are also like, you know, like white Midwest people, so.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I don't know what that's like because I haven't met with Midwest specifically people. Well, I guess I've met some, but you know, older people. So I don't really know what the parent-child relationship is like there. But nah, my parents are both pretty Asian. So I think it's just a little bit like weirder to. Yeah, like we will drink, like my mom will offer me drinks and stuff, or like they'll open up a nice bottle of wine, or they'll be like, oh, we got this really good bottle of whiskey, and they'll open it up for me to try and stuff. But I'm definitely not gonna get drunk in front of my parents.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's a personal thing though, thing. I feel like if I get too drunk, I am very messy. Which is why
you're that guy?
Yeah, which is why I don't get drunk on stream, because I think I just start, like, you already know I'm like already unfiltered. I get even more unfiltered when I'm drunk, and then I think I just tend to say things sometimes that I don't like necessarily mean, or I'll like lie about things, but I don't know why I lie. Like, I've literally
because of pathological liar.
No, like, I'm not even joking you. Like, I was telling my chat this before, but there was this one time where I was with a friend, and like I accused her boyfriend of something that I have never thought in my entire life a single time. I think he was like, I was like, you got to be careful. He's just marrying you for like this and that. And I was like, I have never thought that in my entire life. Even once. It has never crossed my mind. But apparently I said that to her while I was drunk, and I was like, and you know, like she was like, oh, you said that to me, but she knew that I didn't like mean it, right? Like she knows me, so she was like, oh, I know you didn't mean it, but I just thought it was funny that you said that. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm never gonna get drunk on stream, because like I feel like I might like the problem is that if I say something like that, people are gonna take it at face value, right? Instead of being like, oh, Lyra has this weird habit when she's drunk of randomly saying things that she might not actually mean. But like I might say something crazy because I'm just fucking lying out of my ass apparently, and then people are gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe Lyra said this and believes this, and like, you know, alcohol's the truth serum, so it must be real, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, people always say like the truth comes out when you're drunk, but it's the opposite for you.
It's literally the opposite.
Lying off your ass.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I have genuinely never thought that, like, in my entire life. It was just crazy. I was like, all right, well, I apologize. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I guess that. Well, so usually that's like, I'm not that drunk though. Like usually, right? I try not to get to like that point of drunk, because that's usually like when I'm like basically blackout drunk, right?
Oh, I've never blacked out.
Yeah, like that's when I like don't remember what I was doing. But it probably helps that you're literally throwing up the alcohol. I mean, that's probably why you're not blacking out.
True, but I know like after I throw up and I drink more, like I can get, you know, I can get drunk, like I can get my alcohol meter does go up, because it doesn't like I fully reset after my throw. And I try not to do, I don't really do that like much anymore, and I try not to, because I'm like, I know I shouldn't do this, but it's like, I'm young, I'll take advantage of my youthful body while I can.
Yeah, while you can. When else are you gonna ever be? You're only as young as you are today, you know. You're only gonna get older.
Oh god,
so.
oh god. Oh god, thanks for the fucking reminder.
You're the youngest that you ever will be today, so you know, just gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean?
These numbers keep scaring me. I'm like,
yeah,
23, 20, oh my god, oh my god, I'm about to be closer to 25 than 20.
Oh my, don't even start with, I can't even, I'm not gonna engage in this conversation.
Sorry. You're so
not,
no,
I'm
you're
not
so
a part of
youthful
this. Yeah.
and young and say so. I just forget.
Yeah.
If anything, you should take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I guess so. Even today, so the reason why we're not playing Baldur's Gate was like we were like chatting over for stream, and I was like, Amoria, I'm sorry, I can't play Baldur's Gate today. I was like, I'm just really tired. I just want to chill. I just want to like not think. I want my brain to be off, and I want to just like sit here and like stare at the ceiling and like not have to think about the game and about winning and surviving and strategizing and talking and reading dialogue. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to sit here.
And now we're sitting here.
And that's kind of why this turned into a ZATSU stream. It's like my new work has been like extremely like creatively demanding, I guess, more so than any work that I've done before. So like I'm just not used to having to think for like 8 hours straight and then having to think again after that.
No more mindless desk job.
Yeah, like I feel like my last job was a lot more like I would just like stare at my computer screen and like doze off almost. I'd just be in like meetings all day, so I just like stare and like zone out and like my brain just wasn't there. But this one is a lot more like actual like me doing things and stuff. So yeah, my brain sometimes turns to mush. At least it's mentally stimulating. Yeah, it is, and it's very, very fulfilling creatively as well.
I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you. Amori sent me a very nice text message this morning. Yeah, a very cute text message congratulating me on my work. It was very cute.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Also, have you guys watched Amoria's most recent cover? Ayana's Theory of Happiness. Very cute. And I make a cameo in there. All the VNU girls make a cameo in there. It's very, very, very cute. And Mita did an amazing job with the artwork too.
Mita did so good. I love Mita. Mita did so good.
Yeah, she went insane.
Yeah, it was done quite a while ago too. When did she work on it? I think she worked on it like mainly like November, December, I think.
Oh wow, okay, so it's been a while. Oh, Mita.
Yeah, I've had this in the works for a while.
Yeah, no, the artwork went hard. It was so good. Looked
and
insane.
It's funny because in the cover it's Ayano's Theory of Happiness and Kagero Project redrawn for like VNU girls. So like in the anime route, canonically, I kill myself in front of you.
Well,
I jump off the school rooftop in front of you.
I mean, it's happened in VR before, so it wouldn't be the first time, I guess.
I was like, no other way I'd like to go. Well, in front of you and Scion.
It's one of those like, if I had a nickel for every time Amoria jumped off a building in front of tried to kill herself, like I'd have 2 nickels, and then that's a lot of not a lot of
Which
nickels,
isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Weird that it happened twice.
I don't even remember that the VR one.
No, that's literally that's me. But yeah, no, it was really good, and I'm sure you talked about it in your premiere and stuff, but your improvement was insane. I saw the improvement.
Oh yeah.
Did you show it to your Amorons?
No, I think it would be fine though because it's like really really fucking old and like very ancient.
Yeah, but like I think it's
from the.
I feel like part of what's impressive about it is like seeing how far you've come as well.
Do you think it'd be okay?
Like if you just showed it on stream or tweeted it or something, yeah.
Okay, I'll probably do that later. But yeah, to the girls, cause like way back in the day, like it's archived now, so yeah, no finding it. But I covered Ayano's Theory of Happiness because it's like literally like one of my favorite songs of all time, and Ayano Tateyama is like my favorite. Like literally, if I had to pick a favorite character in all of existence, it would be Ayano Tateyama. So I've been obsessed with her ass for a long time. Yeah, literally my number 1 character. But too bad she doesn't have merch and Kagero hasn't been updated for a long time, so it's fine. But yeah, so I re-listened to it because I was like, man, I hope I fucking improved. I hope so. This is gonna be really bad if I haven't. So I listened to it and I was like, oh, I did improve. So I sent when I covered it, like this was back in Magical Academy, and then a recent, like the one I just covered now, to the girls, and I was like, hey, look, improvement is possible. If I did it, you guys can do it too. It was like maybe like something around like 7 years ago. It was like a really long time. Yeah, yeah, I think it was in 2017. Yeah, I think so. A really long time ago.
Yeah, that's a really long time. I mean, you improve like crazy, so it's very apparent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I It's pretty crazy for me too, like sometimes when I look at some old recordings that I did, because I am old, and I actually like my first ever YouTube cover, like YouTube, I don't even know if I ever uploaded on YouTube, but like the Utaite, you would say, esque cover that I did, was done with like a Rock Band mic. Also, Rena, thank you for the super chat. Do a flip. We're not in VR, and even in VR I can't do a flip, but thank you.
I'm too scared of landing on my neck and breaking and dying.
I can't even do like a fucking tumble.
Yeah, I'm too scared. Have you ever gone to those trampoline parks?
No, I mean I've seen them, but I've never gone to one because a trampoline fucking terrifies me.
Yeah, I'm too scared doing flips, like even if I could, because I'm afraid of like falling on my neck and dying. Yeah. I don't know if that's a normal fear to have, but
no, I have that fear too, so you know, I get you.
But anyways, covers.
Anyway, yeah, so the first cover that I ever did that I don't know if I ever released it to YouTube or not was literally on like a Rock Band mic, and I didn't mix it. There was no mixing. Just slapped on top of some BGM, and I threw it on the internet for the world to see, and it was horrible. Yeah. It was horrible.
Girl, I did so many of those with my little snowball USB mic. Like not mixing it at all, just like fixing it, like leveling the audio and being like, okay, good, and then uploading it.
Well, I didn't even know like what mixing was back then, right? So I was like, I remember one time I like did that. It was summer vacation, and I wasn't even home. I was like in my hometown at my grandma's house, and I was just like recording in my grandma's bedroom with my laptop. Like it was just like a whole ass thing. When will we get to see it? Unfortunately, I don't think I have any of those covers on YouTube anymore. And then on top of that, I don't have any of the audio files. I have no idea where I stored anything back then. I feel like it's all been just lost to the fucking void.
Yeah, I remember I have most of my covers like privated and saved, just because I like looking back at them. But I know I think a handful of my very first covers, I think there were maybe like 3 or 4 of them I deleted like way back then, and I'm so mad at myself because I would have loved to go back and like laugh at myself. Yeah,
no, like same. I actually was so don't go fucking looking for it, but there is like one video that does exist on that my really old Utaite YouTube channel on the internet, and I've been trying to delete it, but I don't have access to the fucking YouTube channel. So there is one video that exists, and I'm just like, I want to delete it so bad. Why does this exist on the internet? But I don't have access to the email address anymore. I think it was like a Yahoo email. And
Yahoo.
Yeah, and like I don't think you can recover those anymore.
Actually, what I have, something that I wish it got taken down because I used to make AMVs like before.
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah, I used to
That's
make
so
AMVs.
funny.
And I did like a Fire Emblem Awakening one, and I did like 2 Attack on Titan one.
That's so funny.
But
wait.
yeah,
Who did you like in Attack on Titan?
Guess.
Ymir. Yeah. Was that her name? Ymir?
Oh no, it was Mikasa and Ani.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't her name Ymir?
Yeah.
I thought she would be your type.
No, I was a hardcore. Leo said, but I bought.
What? What is it? I'm scared.
In Magical Academy, I bought a red scarf and I would wear it to school just because of Mikasa.
And not because of Ayano.
No, that was before I liked Ayano.
Oh my god. You just have a thing for girls with red scarves.
I do. It's a pattern. It's a pattern.
It's a pattern. Well, any girls that would like to woo Amoria, now you know what to do. Is put on that red scarf and Amoria will come rushing over.
Yeah,
so,
it's
you know.
again, if I had a nickel for every girl with a red scarf I like.
Yeah, I'd have 2 nickels, but
it would be a lot, but it's weird that happened twice.
Well, you know, actually, I don't think we've kind of like done a proper Zatsu stream together before, huh?
Oh, have we not?
Maybe not.
I feel like a lot
we
of our
have.
streams turn into Zatsu.
It's true.
So,
That
yeah.
has happened, but I don't know about just having like an actual Zatsu stream.
Oh yeah, I don't think we have.
Yeah. I feel like it's long overdue, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like
yeah.
I feel like people take like relationships and stuff for face value.
Mm.
So they're like, oh, they must not be like close because like they don't collab often.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel like I don't know. I've just been so offline lately, so that's my bad thing. I don't.
Oh
don't
no, I
exist.
didn't mean it that way. I'm just meaning like they don't know like how much we like text off stream.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
I like definitely. I think off stream I text Amoria and Kokone the most. Like Kokone obviously, but probably Amoria. Like when we send each other memes, I destroyed Amoria's social media feed. We added each other on social media, and I would just send Amoria like TikToks or whatever reels or whatever that I saw that reminded me of her. And in the beginning, it was just like random Stray Kids,
Stray
like
Kids.
K-pop.
Always Stray Kids.
And it would just be like, I would send her stuff like, I think this is Stray Kids, or I saw the Stray Kids hashtag and I thought you might like it. I have no idea what this is, but you know, I hope you like it. And it was just like a cute, like, yeah, Amoria likes this, so maybe she'll like it. And then as we got along more and more, it slowly devolved into me. Like every meme that I sent her was about depression.
Oh, the pressure of killing yourself.
It would just be like stuff like oh, who needs a therapist when I have, and then it'd just be like something funny or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like I would just send her a bunch of these like memes and it'd be like, look Amoria, it's us, or look Amoria, it's you. And then eventually she like messaged me and she was like, Lyra Senpai, you killed my algorithm. Now my social media is only showing me depression posts.
Yeah, because I don't scroll Instagram that often, but so like I did the other day, I was just like looking on my feed, and then I got like an Instagram reel that was like, yeah, about like thumbing like your bestie with depression, your mental illness. I was like, is this because of Lyra Senpai? I was scrolling, and then there was another one. There was another one, and I was like, Senpai? I was like, great, thanks. Now Instagram knows I'm fucking depressed too. Thanks for that. Glad I kept it under wraps on Instagram.
Hello DK, hello. But yeah, no, that was really funny when she sent me the screenshots and she was like, look what you did.
Wait, actually, wait, let me see the fucking caption.
Oh my god,
Do I still
funny.
have the screenshot? It was literally like, oh yeah, one of them was literally like, me and my bestie, when everyone else has matching tattoos, but we have matching mental health issues.
Hey,
and then the other one
to
was
that
like,
I
my
say,
best friend,
porque no los dos, okay? Porque no los dos. Why can't we have both, you know?
See, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one was like my best friend and I trying to give each other life advice, knowing full well we're mentally unstable and could use some therapy.
Yeah, so those are the kind of memes that I sent to Moria if you guys were curious. That's like
And now, yeah, those are the two memes that fucking Instagram was like, hey, I think you'll like this.
Yeah. Deandra, thank you for the super chat. You know, like, I think I send Amoria one depression meme at least once a week. Probably more,
Yeah.
but minimum once a week I send her at least one depression meme.
I like that arcade shooting game one you sent me. I still think about that.
Oh, we have to do that one. That one's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, no, my love language. I was actually talking to my friend about this the other day. I was like, because we were talking about love languages, and he was talking about how like he had a hard time because he had a girlfriend and they were like not really matching up love language, and he was like, what's your love language, Lyra? And I was like, sending memes on social media.
Oh my god, I feel honored. I feel honored.
I was like, my love language. And so the thing is, like, if I get close to someone, usually the first thing I ask them is like, hey, do you have Instagram? Because I literally, okay, the thing is, you know this better than anyone else because you know both sides now. But like, I am not online, like, ever. If I don't have to be online, I'm not online. I'm not on the fucking computer. I'm not here. So usually if I'm trying to like relax or whatever, I'll be on my like sofa and surfing like my phone and just like looking at stuff on my phone. And usually what that means is I'm scrolling Instagram. And usually what that means is that I'm looking at a lot of like funny memes and I'm like trying to find people's stuff like, oh yes, this reminds me of this person or this reminds me of that person. And I start sending it to them, you know?
Aww, I'm honored.
Yeah, so usually like if people don't have, it's hard because I have certain friends that like don't use certain social medias and I'm just like, it's hard for me to like keep in touch with them sometimes because I just like I'm just not, I don't exist outside of social media. I don't exist outside of Instagram. I just like live there. I'm like not online. I'm not on Discord. I'm not on anything else. I'm just like I live on I'm not on Twitter, you know. Twitter gives me fucking brain damage, man.
Oh really? I'm just using. I'm like on Twitter. I'm on Twitter and TikTok. I'm like not on Instagram except to like talk to people or like look at the Maid Cafe maid schedules.
Oh my god! Wait, we have to tell them about the fucking idols. My fucking tragic, insane unluck. Like, it's gone to the point. It's like ridiculous. Like
Leora senpai never liked the idols that I like. Please stay away.
So
Please
funny.
stay away.
My
Don't even look at
the
them.
same
Don't
shit
pursue them.
My roommate literally was like, if you ever have the same Oshi as me, like I swear to God, I'm gonna be so upset. You are not allowed to ever overlap Oshis with me because if you have an Oshi, they will graduate. She was like, your graduation rate is like insane. She was like, you cannot. Like, I'm not allowed to have same Oshi as her. Anyway, Amoria and I are like chatting, right? Sometimes we just chat about idols and stuff. And I'm just like messaging her. And then I was like, hey, Amoria, I found this new, really cute Japanese idol group in terms of style, but they are in Korea and they're Korean and they sing in Korean sometimes, or they sing in Japanese, but they also sing in Korean and they perform in Korean. They're all Korean. It's like really crazy because they do the whole like J-pop idol stuff, which is like a very if you guys are not familiar, it's like really, really different, completely different. Also, Master, thank you for the gifted membership, really appreciate it. And like it's just like a completely different culture and performance, and everything is completely different. So it's been a little bit more trendy recently in Korea to have these kind of what they just call like underground idols, where they are replicating the J-pop system, and they actually tend to sing a lot of Japanese songs as well and cover like famous Japanese idol songs too. But anyway, that's been like a trend recently. And so, you know, Amori and I have talked about this a couple times where we're like, oh yeah, like have you seen like you know, she was mentioning some of the maids that she likes have also been participating in those kind of things and whatever. And basically this group popped up and I was like, wow, they're so cute. And literally I sent it to Mori. I'm like, oh my god, they're so cute. And Mori's like, oh my god, they are cute. And we both like kind of picked an Oshi. We're like, oh yeah, I really like this one. Oh, I really like this one. And then a week fucking later, it was maybe less than a week, they have a fucking notice on their Twitter that's like, oh, we are ceasing all activity. We are completely disbanding in April. And I was literally like Pikachu face. I was like the fucking Pikachu meme. Like I was just like, what do you fucking mean? Because okay, so I'm going to Asia in a while, like after April, and I was like literally thinking more. I was like, oh my god, when we go, we can go watch them together. It'll be so fun. It'll be so cute. And then literally they were like, April 1st, we're disbanding. Goodbye. I was like, what? Like I was like, I just got here.
I did tell one of my Mori friends what happened, and she was like,
God.
"Oh, there's like," she like knows like these festivals for like a bunch of like underground idol groups. So we're like a bunch of them perform, so there's still a chance, but not for that group.
Not for that group.
I hope you're into it, yeah. Because Lyra somebody sent me it, and I was like, "Oh, I'll like check it out." 5 minutes later, she was like, "I like this one the best." I was like, damn girl, your heart knows what it wants.
Well, okay, to be fair, I had been watching them like for a couple hours before I messaged you about them.
Hours.
Yeah. But usually I think I have a pretty good understanding of like what I look for in Oshi. But that is not to say that my Oshis have changed when I see them live. Sometimes it can change. I think seeing them live and also like seeing them online is like so different. So usually I have like a bias like that I pick online, and then once I see them in person, it usually changes or it solidifies it.
For me, it's difficult because like, well, I mean, I think like obviously J-pop groups have like variety stuff, but I don't think they have like as much variety. Do they have as much variety content as like K-pop idols? I don't want to say for sure.
No, it's usually pretty different. So they don't have like the same kind of stuff that K-pop idols do. Instead, usually, especially because the groups that I'm talking about tend to be a lot smaller, what they do is they have vlogs. So like they just have like, like once a week they'll upload like a 13-minute video of like backstage and like them just like chatting with each other, or like they'll usually give one of the girls the camera and then she'll run around and like interview people or like show them like what they're up to, stuff like that. Yeah,
because a lot like all of my like Oshis or like biases and stuff are based on like personality.
Yeah, it can be hard because some groups just don't have those types of vlogs at all, but I feel like I have a pretty good read on like the way that certain people use social media, for example, or like what they say on social media. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of like, okay, they're this kind of person, or they're kind of going for this sort of audience, or they're sort of going for like this kind of vibe. And usually I feel like I could get a pretty good idea from those, or if there's any like practice videos, I can get a idea. Because usually what I'm looking for is like energy. I think personality wise, especially with J-pop groups, it's a lot harder because I think J-pop groups are a little bit closer to VTubers than K-pop groups. I feel like K-pop groups, you do genuinely see what kind of person they are. I mean, obviously you don't know everything about them, but like their personality is pretty one for one with probably who they actually are. Whereas I think J-pop groups tend to be a lot more like VTubers, where they kind of pick like an anime trope and they're like, okay, I'm the Ojo-sama trope, so I'm gonna be that sort of character. So they kind of tend to be a little bit more like, I don't want to say fake, but like it's not like their real actual personality. They're like more anime-ified personalities, if that makes sense. Yeah. So usually I have like a personality trope that I like, you know, like I don't really like.
Which one do you like?
I just like the cute ones, but I don't see, the thing is I like cute ones, but I don't like it when they're too cutesy. There's kind of a fine line there.
Oh, like a natural cuteness.
Yeah, like, oh, they're like cute, but they're not like trying too hard to be cute. And well, because like the try hard cute I think works for a lot of people too. It's just not like my personal
No, I feel that too.
Yeah, and like I think they are really cute, don't get me wrong. It's just like a different kind of cute. I also, and this is hard because I think 99.99% of Japanese idols do this, I really don't like it when people talk in third person. It's just like my big like personal ick. It's really a personal ick, and all the idols do it. And like so you can tell because certain idols will do it more than other ones because they're trying to be cute. So the less they do that, the more I tend to like them. Like I like when they just there's just a couple things that they will do that just, it drives me crazy. You know, there was this one Oshi that I had recently that I had like a really weird flip about, and I'll send you her social media later so you can kind of get an idea of like what I'm talking about. But basically there was this girl in this one group, and I'm not gonna say which group or which girl because I'm kind of gonna be not talking about good things, but like essentially I thought she was so fucking cute, so pretty. She didn't have like the super forced cuteness thing. She was also really good at singing, and I just really liked her style and everything too. But after like I was like, okay, she's like my Oshi in this group, and I wasn't really following the group too closely, but I still followed all of her social media, like on TikTok, on like all of the different social media platforms and stuff. And then after half a year, and that's like crazy, after like half a year of following this girl, I started getting this weird thing where every time she uploaded a photo, like I didn't want to look at her because she uploads every single photo or a TikTok video in the same exact angle with like the same exact faces, and it started like freaking me out. And like, I know that sounds crazy, but it started giving me like uncanny valley. Like it made me so unnerved. And when I show you, wait here, I'll show you right now so you can see like just how bad it was, because it was like kind of intense. Wait, let me see if I could find.
Wait, actually, I want to show you something too, if I can find it.
It's just like one of those things where like it's like, you know, she's really pretty and she's really cute, but then for over 6 months, basically seeing one photo of this person, only one photo of this person constantly for 6 months, like something about that just like was so like unnerving after a while.
There's an idol that I like also has like people make fun of him because he would always, I think he's better now, but he would always take, I sent you a video, he would always take the selfie in like with the same expression, the same exact angle.
Let me see. Oh my god, wait.
That reminded me of that.
If I click this, will the sound play? I hope not.
I can see.
Oh,
it's just like
oh my
music,
god,
yeah.
oh my god, this is like basically what it is. That's like, I'm not even joking you, because okay, basically Amoria sent me like this thing where it like hyperimposes all of his photos on top of each other and makes it into like a video, and so
yeah, it's a Jonghyun from New East, or formerly New
and then
East,
like it
Fly High
looks
New East.
it looks like he's not moving. She's actually just an AI render. See, that's the thing, that's what it feels like. And like, I thought she was so cute, and now she like, when I look at her, it kind of scares me, and I just like don't understand. Are you looking at her, Moria?
Yeah. Oh wait, is she from the?
Yeah. I'm not. Don't say the group. Don't say the group because.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But yeah. It's that group.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see what.
Like six.
It was like scared though. Like Uncanny Valley.
It was like this weird
freaked
slow burn of like her face being ingrained into my brain over the span of 6 months, and then at some point my brain saw her face and it was just like, no more.
Really? Because like when that happened with the idol I liked, I was like, oh, it's like silly and cute and like endearing.
No, I don't know. My brain just couldn't, like, it just couldn't do it. And the thing is, like, all of her TikTok videos too, it's like in that same angle, and she kind of tries to maintain that sort of like cute expression that she always does, and it just gets really intense sometimes.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, I can see that. I think with my idol is more of he's just like fucking doesn't know how to take pictures, so it's like more endearing that way, rather than like he's purposely taking a photo from that angle. It's just like he doesn't know how to take a fucking selfie.
Right, and I think that's kind of endearing, right? Like,
yeah,
he doesn't know how to take pictures, whereas hers, it's like, I think it's very intentional, like it's very manufactured, right? She's like, I look good in this angle, in this expression, so every photo I take from now on is gonna be in this particular angle.
To be fair, I think I kind of feel with her though, because like I'm also like guilty of doing like the same face.
Yeah, but I don't. But no one has to look at your
yeah,
photo every
like,
single day for 6 months.
You mean you don't? You don't?
You don't send them to me.
Ah!
I can't remember the last time I saw a picture with your face in it was.
Well,
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Well, if you look at my story to see my maid,
when I yeah, see, and then your face is like fucking tiny in the photo, like literally like a mile away in the goddamn photo. Like maybe like half a centimeter tall is your head in that picture. Yeah, great. I'm so glad I get to see your face every day more.
It's not
You're
that
right.
tiny.
No, when ever since Amoria became obsessed with maids, like Before Amoria went to maid cafes, you guys, she would post pictures. Like, she would be going out, doing stuff. It'd be cute. She'd post her fit. You know, she'd post pictures. Like, oh, cute.
I would only post it for you.
And then
only
now,
send it to you.
now, all she takes pictures of is alcohol and maids.
It is not that much. It is not that much. Before I went drinking like a week ago with friends. It's been like so long since I went drinking last.
And then all Amoria sees on my Instagram is TCG.
And cats.
And my cats. That's all I post. I only post TCG and cats. She also doesn't see my face. Just no pictures of the face. Just doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah, bring back the cute fits for my sake. Together. Yeah, we will.
It's just like I don't like have a place to take cute pics. I don't have like a full-length mirror. So I'm like, where are we gonna fucking take fit pics?
Yeah, but like Korea, everyone's obsessed with mirrors in Korea. Everyone loves staring at themselves. There's mirrors, full-length mirrors everywhere in Korea.
Okay, I'll try.
Literally everywhere in Korea. Like, I think people who have never been to Korea before, like, get unnerved sometimes with just how obsessed Koreans are with mirrors. Like, in the girls' bathroom, I'm not even joking. In the girls' bathroom, there's always a mirror for the sink, and then there's a separate mirror for makeup. But there are some bathrooms where there's even mirrors in front of, like, in the door, like on the door, so that while you're like peeing or taking a shit, you can do your makeup like while you're shitting. Yeah,
I haven't seen one of those before. I'd be like, oh my god, I don't.
And then every subway station, there are multiple very, very large, like 8-foot mirrors that are at every like stairwell, basically. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I haven't noticed though. I'm really unobservant though.
Oh, I see. Are you like really are you really like it's like you see one thing, you like beeline for it, like you don't like see anything else around you?
It's just I'm very I'm just like don't have a very good sense of my surroundings.
Oh my god.
And a lot of this is a really bad habit, but I also like usually walk like with like looking down at the ground, which is not good.
Oh.
It's not.
You're like an anime protagonist.
Oh my god.
That's how you run into somebody.
Is it? It hasn't worked thus far.
Oh. Well, I guess everyone else is more observant of their surroundings. Suri, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. Praise the sun.
But there was it was so like me and an Amori friend tried to go into like the like the Manaki Neko?
Yeah. The karaoke place.
Yeah, we tried to go into it, but this branch like closed like a lot earlier than the other one.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't know, but we like already got like food to like eat in the karaoke room. So we were like, where the fuck do we eat? So we just sat outside it on like the staircase and eating food. We had a little picnic, and apparently everyone was like fucking staring at us. And a boyfriend kept being like, so many people are fucking staring at us. And I was like, oh, I didn't notice. So I guess there's like good things to being like fucking not observant and aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, I guess so. You get to be oblivious to certain things in a way.
Yeah, because also like with the way people dress, I know some people are like, oh yeah, like people like stare at you for like if you like dress like kind of weirdly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I probably definitely get stares then, but I'm like, I don't notice them.
That's good. I think I'm one of those people that are hyper observant of like every single thing around. Okay, which is why I was so certain about the fucking apple juice, by the way, because normally genuinely
See, now you're the one bringing it up.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm just saying that's why it was like a shocker to me, and that's why I was like so like steadfast and like, no, this is what it is, because I'm just typically pretty observant of my surroundings, and like I'm pretty hyper aware of like everything that's going on. Like I can't remember things very well, but usually if I'm like in a place, I could tell you like how many people are like around us, like who's sitting where, like what kind of people are sitting there. Okay, it's a couple over there, it's a family over there, it's someone just by themselves over there, it's like just a group of friends over there. Like I am very like I don't know why, but I'm very, very hyper aware of like my surroundings and like what people are doing and where they are and all that stuff. I mean, it makes me sound really paranoid, and I have thought about like, am I paranoid? But I don't think I am paranoid. I think I just like, I don't know why. It's just like a weird trait that I have that I tend to do. Just like really kind of scan everything and like be very aware of like what's going on around me. And then a lot of times like it kind of turns into like I get really anxious about like things that don't matter because I see things that are happening that have nothing to do with me, and it's I have to be very like, okay, no, I gotta like turn it off, and I gotta like not think about it. I gotta like, you know, or if people are staring, like, I know, did I tell you the story about like when I went to Japan the first time?
No.
So when I went to Japan I went to Japan for the first time, and this was like the first time that I had kind of traveled alone too. So it was my first time traveling alone, and I had been to Japan prior to this with my family, but this was like the first time that I was going kind of like as an adult. And so I go to Japan, right? And here and there I did like meet up with friends, or like friends would come and join me on my trip, or like people who lived there that I knew, and we'd hang out and stuff. There was one time where me and my friend were going to the Kamen Rider Museum in Chiba. So we went from Tokyo all the way to Funabashi, and we took a pretty long train, right? It was in the middle of summer, so it was really fucking hot, and I hadn't packed that much, but I was in Japan for over a month during that time, and it was really hot, so I decided to wear flip-flops, which I did not realize at the time that is a huge no-no in Japan.
Oh, really?
So basically in Japan, you are not allowed to show toes. Like,
oh,
I think it's getting better now, but especially when I went back then, it's a huge no-no to show toes, which is why girls in Japan, if they have peep toe shoes, you'll always see them wearing stockings or socks.
Is it like rude or weird or disrespectful, or why?
It's just like a weird, like, unspoken rule.
Oh, it's just like, why would you show your toes? Like, why? Like,
it's
like
just
that?
It's like that. Yeah, like that. It's just like, oh, what the hell are they doing? That's like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That they also, it's like spaghetti straps are like also not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why a lot of, you know, girls will wear like a shawl or like something on top. And again, I think a lot of these things have gotten a little bit better recently, but especially when I went before, it was a little bit more strict, I guess. And I was wearing flip-flops, and it was this hour-long train ride, right, from Tokyo to Chiba. The entire train ride, every person on that train was staring at my feet. I kid you not. I am not, like, every woman, man, child, anyone on that fucking subway for a whole hour were staring at my feet. And I was so upset and self-conscious. Like, I could tell I was breaking like a rule. I was getting so much anxiety. I got off the train. The first thing that I did was I went to a fucking store and I bought shoes. I'm not joking. This is a real story. I literally went and bought shoes. That's how anxious that shit made. Like, a whole fucking hour.
A whole hour?
And they are not fucking subtle about it.
Expecting?
A whole hour of every person on the train staring at your feet. Do you know how that feels? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. So I bought new shoes.
Oh my fucking god.
I literally got off the train, went to the mall. The first thing I did was buy new shoes.
For an hour, like, what did they think? Your toes were like gonna like do something?
Like,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was
Dog
just one of those things where I felt like a burning feeling of like, holy shit, I'm breaking a rule. Like, it just felt like you could tell that everyone was like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, it was this insane feeling of like, wow, I'm breaking a rule, and I am very aware that a rule is currently being broken. Sign, thank you so much for the super chat. Toes already added to the feet wiki database. No one took pictures, but it was pretty horrible it was like a very horrible experience, and I felt like I had a lot of anxiety from that. And yeah, especially because like I mentioned, but I lived in Hawaii and stuff before, so like I lived in Hawaii, I lived in California, like wearing flip-flops is very normal to me.
Damn, they're like fucking nosy though, because like I never go on a subway and I'm like looking down at people's like feet or like shit like that.
Yeah, but you also just said that you lack spatial
What do
awareness.
you look at people's feet when you're on the subway?
Yeah, no,
Or
I
you
don't know.
like,
That
are
was
you like
well,
looking them up and
so
analyzing
you
their
would
fit?
fucking think, right, Amar? You would think if I saw someone wearing something fucking crazy, for me, I'd be like, I'm just gonna ignore them. They're crazy,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
was
gonna
also
ignore
gonna
them,
say that too.
right? But no, everyone made sure to make it very, very certain that
shame
I
you.
knew that my feet were exposed and that they were fucking staring at them. A whole hour, Amoria. A whole hour. Different people coming in and out of the subway. Everyone's staring at my feet for an hour.
Yeah, I was also gonna say like when you see like a weirdo or like something like people like doing things like you're not supposed to do on the subway, everyone's kind of like I thought the common response was like, oh, just like ignore, like don't look at them, like
Right.
like even like literally just like walk away from them and stuff like that. But well, how did you notice they were looking at your feet? Did you just notice one person and you were like, that's weird, and then you looked around? And
Well,
you were
like I said,
wait.
I'm like hyper aware of my surroundings. So it's possible that if you did the exact same thing, you might not even have noticed.
Yeah.
But like for me, I could tell every single person was like staring. It was like I would look up slightly and I would see them looking at my feet. We didn't even make eye contact because they were just staring at my fucking feet. Like they weren't looking at me, they were looking at my feet. It wasn't like I made eye contact with them and they gave me a dirty look. They were just staring at my feet, just straight on. Yeah, it was a thing. Anyway, so I got off and I bought shoes. That was literally.
Wait, were you alone or were you with friends?
I was with a friend, and she also can confirm this, like, cause I was like with her, and I was like, you know, afterwards we got off, and I was like telling her, I was like, man, I need to buy shoes. Like, I cannot be on another hour subway ride back to Tokyo without shoes, because if I'm wearing flip-flops and I have to sit for another hour with people staring at my feet, like I might actually just kill myself. Like, this is like too much. My anxiety,
You
like,
gotta
can't
give them
handle
something.
this.
Give them something. Really, give them something to stare at.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, I did not know that.
my eyes are up here but with toes and yeah, basically. So that was a thing. I think nowadays like girls can wear peep toe shoes and stuff and it's not as weird. But for a long time, especially with like this is gonna sound really weird, but I think with like the Korean fashion influence in Japan, I think a lot of stuff has changed, like in terms of what is kind of more okay to show versus what's not. Also, Matt, thank you for the super chat. I heard feet more often than in the last year. Okay, well, this is not in that context, okay? So obviously I'm gonna say feet a lot. But yeah. Yeah, that, and then like the spaghetti strap thing I was made very painfully aware of that. But that happened really early on, so it was easy for me to pick up on that. That, and then like also like eating while walking was like a big one too that I could tell everyone was like staring at me for. So I picked up on that pretty quickly. Like there was just so many of these like unspoken rules that I mean, I quickly corrected them because like I said, I'm hyper aware, so I can tell when I'm doing something wrong, you know? And then
Yeah,
I just
I
don't
know,
do them
like
ever
on
again.
the TikToks, they're always like, don't eat while you walk. But I'm like, okay, obviously I will abide by like customs or like, you know, rude and like I won't be like loud on the subway or anything, like stuff like that.
Sure.
But like eating while walking, like I don't give a fuck. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not being messy. Like if that's just weird to people, then I don't care. I'm a busy girl. I'm a busy, like when I was in Japan, I took like 75,000 steps in 2.5 days. Like I had places to be. So yeah, I didn't really care about that. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that probably helps that you don't have the spatial awareness.
Yeah, it really does.
Because you can just be oblivious to it, right? Like you don't feel anxiety about doing it.
Yeah,
but like,
I
because even if you
no
do care or you
perception.
don't care, you can just not perceive it. Yeah. But like for me, it's like
awareness.
even if I'm like being like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna care. I'm just gonna do it, which I will do sometimes. It's still like really frustrating to just like feel the gaze of everybody. And just like feel like, okay, there's another person staring at me. Well, there's another person staring. And there goes another one staring at me. You know, like that's like what goes through my mind, you know?
Mhm.
So it gives me a lot of anxiety, so.
Yeah, my anxiety is bad enough. I should be glad I don't
Yeah.
have spatial awareness.
It probably helps you a lot,
God.
actually.
I think the only time I had those feelings was like in Korea when I leaned really heavily into J fashion. I think the first time I went out with like the clothes I bought in Japan back in Korea, I was like a little but now I like don't give a fuck, so it's like fine.
Yeah, whatever. You do you.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I feel like when I was living in Asia too, there were times where I would dress pretty crazily, but I was just like, you know what? I don't fucking care. And in Korea, it was a lot more like people stared. But in Japan, it was pretty nice because I think they're a little bit more open to like people having kind of weird senses of fashion, right? So in Japan, I'd just be like wearing something crazy, and then sometimes I'd go to a store and people would compliment me or ask me where I got stuff, and I was like, oh, it's like really nice. It's like very different, right?
Cute.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know there's something called Menhera Park in Korea now?
Menhera Park?
Yeah.
In Korea?
Yeah, so it's this one like little street. It's like not officially named that, but it's like where like people who wear like J fashion, like the Youngsamyeong, Jirai, and a lot of them are like apparently like high schoolers or underage girls, because it's like what else can like the students don't really have a lot of money, where else can they go? So it's just like this little like area that like it like obviously wasn't intended for that, but that's where a lot of those people hang out, so it's been nicknamed Menhera Park.
That's so funny.
And apparently, like I heard from my boyfriend, some like impromptu like little rave dance party thing started, and the police were called.
Huh?
So then the rest of the day, my boyfriend said like when she walked past, there were like police, but like
Oh my
one or two
God.
like policemen like strolling amongst it.
Oh. That's so interesting. It's kind of interesting how
Yeah.
like the cultures are kind of crossing over, right?
Yeah, it feels like whenever it was like 2 years ago, it feels like there's a lot more like I don't know, it might just be because I'm surrounded by like anime and like weeb friends and stuff, but I feel like I've seen a lot more like anime or like J fashion like stuff, especially in those areas, than I did like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, even the fact that they have like those underground idol groups that are kind of J-pop-esque instead of being more K-pop-esque is like pretty crazy. And like when you look at those girls too, like their makeup and stuff is all done very much in that Japanese idol way, as opposed to like the
Yeah.
Korean idol way of makeup.
Yeah, because
Sorry, I'm, like-
also no worries. I was just saying, even like food. Like I do not remember there being this many like izakayas or like fucking like Japanese like pudding places and stuff like that here.
Pudding.
Like even 2 years ago, there's so many fucking pudding places. So many.
That's so random. Are they good?
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, it's like Japanese like pudding. I really like it.
Like
That's one
actual
of my favorite
restaurants or
desserts.
like stalls or
Oh no, like little like cafes and stuff.
Sorry, no worries. I hope you had a good stream.
Sooty cutie. Thank you, Sooty.
Sorry, give me a second to eat. I'm like getting really hungry, so I'm like eating some snacks really quick. So,
It's
I'm
fine.
gonna mute myself.
Damn, no ASMR. It's fine. I don't know. Yeah, my stomach was hurting earlier because I guess I didn't eat, and I ate too late last night. So
Wait, what'd
then
you
I had
eat
a bunch of
today?
the apple. Half an apple, but it was a giant fucking apple. It was like the biggest. That was my first apple I've had in. I don't feel like apples are that big when I go to like the mart, but my boss, a regular at the bakery I work out, gave my boss like some stuff. Oh, it was actually a really cute story. My boss told me that a while ago, like there's like because we have quite a few regulars that like live around that like come to the bakery. Like a regular came and they were talking, and then she started crying because she was talking about like have like her teenage daughter and like the like difficulties and stuff. Like, you know, like, teenagers being
Yeah.
teenagers. But and then she was like asking my boss, like, how do you do it? You have so many kids and da da da. Apparently, like something like on a break one day, like they went on a walk together around the neighborhood, so it was really cute. But yeah, she brought it was like she was something like she brought her like is it come and saw or something. She brought like these like little like sweet potato snack things and like some apples.
Huh.
Wait, it was supposed to be a pun though. Was it kamsa?
Oh, like 감자 and sagwa maybe?
I think so. Yeah. I think that was it. So it was really
Probably
cute.
something
But
like
there
that.
were 2 apples, so she gave me an apple. It was, like, the
Oh,
best
do you
apple
cut
I've
your
ever eaten
apples
in
or do
my
you just
life.
like eat them? You just bite into them?
I just eat them because I'm kind of lazy. Also, I don't have a proper knife here. I have like a very
You don't have a knife?
small little knife. No.
Just get one from Daiso.
I don't cook. Well, I have like a very small one, but it's like a very small knife. It's not like a bigger knife, so. But also, it was on stream, so I was like, I don't want to fucking leave stream to like cut up an apple. I'll just like raw dog it.
Isn't it like messy though? Doesn't it like spill everywhere?
It
Like the
was really
juices?
juicy. Like, it was a really juicy apple. It was like literally the best apple I've ever eaten. Because the apples, I'm like, I fuck with apples, but it's like, I'm not like, oh my god, apples. I'll foam at the apples. I don't foam at the mouth for them. But this apple was really good. But yeah, it was kind of like juicy, but it's fine because I just like, I like would take a bite and I left like one side with like I didn't like eat around it. I ate like one
Right.
side. So I could just like set the skin side down on my mat.
I see.
But yeah.
Man, this is gonna sound so like bougie. I don't know how to like bougie or like baby of me, like picky eater of me. I cannot eat an apple unless it's cut.
Oh, really? Oh, that's I can see that. Especially if you grew up eating them like that way.
Yeah. I don't know, something about like biting into it. I also really despise the skin getting between my teeth. Like that feeling is like
Ah.
the absolute worst feeling in the
Do you
world.
always eat your apples peeled then?
No, I don't mind if they're not peeled, but the thing is if they're cut when I bite into it, I'm biting like horizontally on it. So
Mhm.
it's not really the chances of it like going into my gums is much less, whereas
Ah.
like yeah. Oh, I don't know my chat's been so weird lately. Okay, now it's working. What the fuck?
Damn, she called you fucking weird, guys. So time to do some self-reflection. I don't know about that.
Huh?
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 What did you say? What did you say? What did you
What?
say about me? I was fixing my chat.
Oh,
Fuck.
wait. What did I say about what?
What were you? Something about self-reflection?
Oh, I was just saying I constantly do self-reflection because I like to better myself, you know, as a person in this society. Why are you laughing?
I mean, that's a very Amoria thing to say. It's like my you know those fucking charts that I made, the meme charts.
Oh yeah, bruh! I fucking stop fucking reading me like that.
Honestly, I see those charts and then the first thing I think of is, oh, Amoria goes there, and then I fill out the rest. That's the easiest one. Oh, Amoria goes
Really?
right there.
I'm that easy to read.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I have agreed with both of the ones you posted.
Yeah. I
I
think it's
remember-
funny though that usually I'll pick a Kokone one that people don't expect, because I feel like I know her in a way that's kind of different than a lot of other people.
Yeah, I remember you posted a draft of one, and
Yeah.
originally you had Coconut Senpai as like,
Kill yourself.
was it the kill yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny though.
I think people were like, "What? Kokone really?" And
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
like,
some of the girl, yeah.
"Yeah." I was
Or
like, "No,
did
y'all
Coconut
don't know."
Senpai herself was like, kill yourself?
Yeah. I feel like she has said that. Kokone can be toxic. People don't know.
I remember too, and it hasn't been released yet, but in like the VN Universe shorts we do,
Mhm.
obviously I'm Magical Girl. So in one of the future ones, there's like a line, you know, "Oh, Moria, our saving cute magical girl who always wants the best." And I remember Lyra Senpai pointed out one of the lines, and she was like, "You would not fucking say that."
I literally was like, "What is this line? Like, what is
I
this?"
remember you literally told me like, "You would not fucking say that." I'm like, "Yeah, this is not you."
Because obviously with like I don't know how much like has been talked about with like the VN Universe stuff actually. I don't know. Have you talked about it with your stream at all much?
No.
Yeah, I mean I don't really know like how much we're like allowed to say, but I'm sure we're allowed to kind of like
That's
say the
whatever.
basic stuff, right?
Okay.
like we had no hand in script writing, like basically period. There were parts and there were certain episodes where if it was really out of character, we would ask them if we could change our lines, and they would usually be okay with us changing it a little bit, like to sound a little bit more like us, or like to make it more like us flavored, you know. They were okay with that, but a lot of times, like, it was just like we got the script and nothing could be changed, and it was just like, all right, you just gotta do it the way that it is, which is fine because a lot of them were really funny or good anyway. But it was just like really funny because I remember like Kokone being like, why do they think I'm like a hardcore gamer? She was like, they keep giving me these lines that make me sound like a crazy like hardcore gamer. So many. And I feel like they had these like images of us in their, like the writer had a certain image of us in their head, and it was just like really funny because so for some of us we'd just be like, why? Like, I think for a lot of mine, they think that I'm like pretty cool, or like very, you know, they're like, oh, like Lyra's thing is that she's an office lady and she's really cool, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I would love if that were true, but so sometimes I would kind of change the lines to feel a little bit more like me, something that I would say. And then Amoria's was like very, very like goody two, I mean, which is true, I guess it is true, but she was like way too fucking nice.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Sorry, what do you mean dork? What do you mean? But yeah, like Amoria's was all of her lines were like super nice, and it was always just like, can't we just get along? Like, let's just be friends, everyone. And I was like, oh god, this is not Amoria.
Oh god.
Like, oh man, Amoria is so nice. Like, what the heck is this? And like, she's really very like, I feel like in the VN universe, you're also very like optimistic, right? That's like one of your traits.
Yeah, but I don't mind personally because it fits like it's like fun to voice them still. But my favorites to voice are the ones that like I get to yell.
Right. It kind of is like.
I feel like they're
you.
Yeah. I like those ones a lot. But yeah, when the episode comes out, I'll point out the line that Leora Senpai specifically sent me and was like,
yeah,
like Amoria would not say this.
I was like, this ain't you. There were a couple lines that staff was just like, oh, Lyra, you can just like write whatever you think would work here, because it was like an ambiguous line where they had to change it last minute. So there's a couple like future episodes that'll be kind of cool that kind of have those things. So yeah, looking forward to them.
Yeah. Because actually, I thought they were all part of season 1. I didn't know they were splitting them into seasons.
No, I didn't.
So
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
because
season 1 end, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because we've recorded quite a bit.
Yeah, we've recorded quite a bit. Yeah.
Because like sometimes they'll be like, oh, new episode, and I'll look at it, I'll be like, oh shit, we're still really far behind.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I forgot about this episode. I forgot we did this one. Yeah, like the last episode, I completely forgot because I barely had any lines in that one, so I like had forgot.
The last episode?
The one that you were like a monster in, and you're like, why am I the monster? You're like having a bad dream. I think it's like Kokone's dream episode.
Oh, okay. That wasn't the last one. That was one of the earlier ones, wasn't it?
No, I think that was like the last one or second to last one.
No, I think that was one of the. I think that was the second one after Solstice got added.
What, really?
Yeah, it was the Solstice and then Kokone, the monster one, and then my Amoria-centric one, and then like the round Let's Talk It Out one.
Oh, was that the last one?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the Amoria-centric one that I was thinking about that I didn't really remember.
Yeah, that one was really fun to record with. I like getting to yell or like say stupid things.
Yeah. I mean, you did a really awesome job. And I mean, I've told you this throughout, but like,
yeah,
your voice acting was definitely one of the best ones, so.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think after the drafts, like they sent back the drafts and they were like, hey, can here's what we have so far. Can you record some extra lines? So then we got to see everyone's. And yeah, Lior Senpai gave me lots of compliments, so I was really happy.
Yeah, because my voice acting is really bad. It's okay. I mean, it's something that I'm like very hyper aware of. And I'm like really picky.
And you don't really need to do it. It's not like something that's like detrimental to like your career.
And okay, honestly, surprisingly, I do feel like it's gotten better over time since the first episode. It's gotten like slightly better. Not that much better, but slightly. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm sort of improving, sort of. But you know, one day we'll get there. But if not, that's fine too. You know, I'm not trying to be a voice actor.
But yeah, they are really fun. This is like my favorite when they're like new lines. I'm like, yeah, I'm like actually excited for work. Like, oh yeah, more work, hell yeah. Yeah, I really like recording for these. These are like so much fun. I really like getting a chance to voice act.
I'm always like, oh, here we go again.
Oh, you're like, oh god, more lines. I hope I don't have a lot of lines in this episode.
Yeah, because like basically every time I record them, I don't even listen back because anytime I have to listen back, I get so fucking cringe, like out of my mind. So what I do is when I record them, I just record like 20 versions of one line. I'm like, one of these must be good. They'll use one of these, and that way I don't have to re-listen to myself. 20? Yeah. Like they can pick the best one. I don't know what the best one is because I'm not gonna listen to all of them.
Oh, I am very picky. Like the first time we recorded, I did it with like a manager as like a vocal director. But I'm very picky. So I kept being like, okay, I'm gonna re-record that. And then the manager was like, oh, we're kind of running out of like recording time. Like, I think it's good. Can we just move on? And I was like, no, I have my standards and like I really think I can do better and I really want it to be good. And they were like, okay. And then the episodes came back and the manager was like, okay, it did turn out really good. And I was like, see, you gotta let me cook.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think they actually listen to all of them? Seriously, they must, because the only way they can get to the next line is if they finish listening to all of those lines and then they get to the next one.
Yeah, they just get the file and they're like, this one. And they're like, put it in.
Yeah. Whoever's doing the editing has got to listen to all of them, so, you know. You recorded like that? Yeah, no, I just recorded in one. Well, because, okay, so I've worked with voice actors before in the past for one of my jobs. And usually what voice actors do is they will have a very long take. And essentially in that take, they'll either have like, some people use clickers. Some people use like they'll cough or I don't know. There's usually like a signifying thing that like signifies a new take. And then they will kind of do the same thing. And then they will do like a thing where it's like, how do you say it? Like, so if you're saying like one line, they'll say it multiple times in different ways. And that way the voice director or whoever's editing it can pick it later.
Yeah. How I do mine is I always give them at least like 2 takes of the same line. And sometimes if I'm like, oh, I really want the line to sound like this, it'll be essentially the same line twice, but like almost the same intonation and pitch and everything. But other times, like they'll be like, oh, like, okay, I could go either like I could say this line a few different ways, so I'll give them the choice. But if I'm like, this is the best way to say the line, I'll just like give them like 2 takes of like me saying it like that.
Sure. Also, Derek, thank you for the gift of membership. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. I've told my chat like my voice acting horror story. Have I told you my voice acting horror story? Also, Derek, thank you so much for the super chat, for the sticker, for the coffee. What is happening in that sticker? Oh, it's just like hand. It's just like the color makes it hard to see the hand.
Oh, I thought it was genie. Oh no, it's a bird?
It's like a pear? I think it's a pear.
A pear? Oh my god, my eyesight.
No, he's really small. It's not you.
Okay.
Yeah, the audiobook story.
Like you told me.
Yeah, like so basically I was working, and this is when I was living in Asia. I was working at a company, and my boss was like, "Hey, like I have like a client that's like looking for someone to voice an audiobook in English, and it's just like an educational book. You just have to read along. It's like for kids to read along with. Would you be interested in doing it?" And I was like, hey, sounds like easy money. I can't voice act, but it's just reading, so it should be fine. I get in there, they put me in the booth, and the guy is like, why are you not acting? And I was like, what? I literally was like, I thought that I was just, he's like, no, there's 2 versions. You have to do a mom one and a baby one. And I was like, I was not told of this, and he was like an actual, like I was in a booth, like in a voice acting booth, and there's like a guy on the other side with the screen and everything, right? Like there's like a clear glass window, and he's like phoning in like the directions to me, and he just started like getting like angry at me, and I like almost started crying in the booth, like because I was just like, I don't know how to voice act, like I don't know what I'm doing, I just thought I was gonna read this book, you know, and then there was this whole ass thing, and he was like giving me vocal direction about this and that, and he was like getting frustrated with me, and I was just like, sir, you are paying me very little money, and I was told I just had to read this book. It's a long time ago though, so I don't know if they ever used that or not, but there may or may not be a book out there. I think it was like they paid me like $100 or something, which is like actually probably wasn't even $100, probably like $50, something closer to 50. Yeah, I mean for like a couple hours of work, it's not that bad, right? But
not the worst, but also having to put up with like that, if you're gonna yell at me and like make me cry, you gotta pay me a little bit more.
Yeah. And I had to like go out there after work, and it was I mean, whatever. It was I wanted to try. I was like, oh, it sounds kind of cool to like do a voice reading.
Oh no, you went into it with so much optimism.
Yeah. And then I came out like, okay, oh god, we never do that again. No, I've always had mad respect for voice actors, because I think, and I've talked about this to you know, Palcaries know, because I rant about this all the time, but people forget that like voice acting is acting. It's 90% acting, it's 10% voice, right? So no matter how good of a voice you have, if you don't know how to act, you're not going to be a good voice actor. And I don't fucking know how to act to save my life. Like I can't even like, you know, I don't know, like I've never acted in anything in my like entire life, so I'm not an actor by any means at all. Have you ever done like acting or like drama or stuff? You kind of strike me as someone who would have.
So I started like doing just like fan dubs and stuff, like online, like kind of doing my tech era. I was in drama in Magical Academy, but Magical Academy was very small. So like our drama club only was like through like 1 quarter, was only like 1 quarter. And we just went to one competition, and then that was it. And then drama club didn't do anything, and it was very small, very amateur. Like it was like half the people like probably were like, I sort of didn't want to be there.
Right.
So it didn't really like and it was like it was just mainly for fun, so it didn't really like teach me anything.
I see.
Yeah, I didn't really do that many voice acting stuff though either. I did like it very casually for some fan stuff, like maybe like a year or two, and then I like stopped. And then I've only kind of like picked it back up, like voicing like games, like when I stream, like voicing the characters and stuff.
Right. Yeah, like it's I think like there's just like a lot of like people who, it's kind of like actors, like real life actors too, like in Hollywood. And I think I've made this comparison before, but it's like when you think about real life actors, they're all fucking like Hollywood actors are all fucking good. So you forget how bad acting can be, you know, because it's so filtered, right? You're not seeing bad actors. You're always going to see good actors in Hollywood. So you're never taken out of it. But as soon as you actually see a bad actor, like, you know, like, oh shit, like this person's not a good actor. And it's not like a natural thing that everyone is able to do, right? So yeah. There's a great example of this, how they used the actors for Joel and Ellie from the Last of Us video game and gave them a role in the actual TV series because, well, they act. Yeah, for sure. And a lot of voice actors have acting background most of the time as well. I do think, like, there is, like, a difference, especially, for example, like, anime voice acting versus, like, cartoon voice acting versus, like, just actual acting. And the genre of stuff can be really different too, or like musical acting even tends to be really different. So yeah, I think there's just like you know, they don't get enough credit for like good acting doesn't get enough credit in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think I was super good at like drama acting though, because like I don't know, I like when I voice I like tune in really like I think like physical movement is fine, but I think I have a hard time like monitoring my expression. So like if I'm like acting, like my voice might sound really like emotional, but like my face is just like doesn't match, and it's hard for me to like monitor and like be conscientious of like my facial expression particularly.
Right, because that's like a whole other aspect of it too, right? Like the body language and also like the face and stuff. Like it's kind of like, I don't know, knowing how to sing but not knowing how to dance or something like that, right? It's kind of it's a completely different part of the whole package that you have to like learn.
Yeah, so that's why I really like voice acting, because you can just like hone in on just the voice. I still do like body movements and stuff, just like when I'm like saying certain roles, but like I don't, it can just like be whatever. It's just like to help me like enhance it. I don't have to like do something specifically.
I think most voice actors kind of do that too, because like they kind of, to get into it, you have to either like make some expressions or like do things with your hands to like really put that feeling or emotion. It's kind of like when you sing, sometimes you use your hands, right?
Yeah, when I recorded Wild Things, I did a lot of like dance dance movements with my hands.
So thank you so much for the super chat. Again, this time with real feeling, I want to hear your soul on fire. Okay, yeah, no, that was literally me in that fucking booth, and it was just like a lot of, okay, but can you like make it sound more like this? And I'd be like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. I don't know, how do I do that? You know,
I would love to get like professional like voice, like vocal directing experience for like something like that.
Yeah, or like a
But
lesson,
just,
like a voice acting lesson.
But I'm
even.
like, oh man, my fucking Korean ain't fucking good enough for that shit.
But maybe it'll make it better. Well, I guess it's hard because like if you are acting in English, it's obviously really different than acting in Korean, and someone who speaks Korean may not really understand.
It's not like fluent in Korean. It is not fluent.
Well, you know, I mean, I think that comes with practice, so you'll get there.
I'm trying.
But also, I mean, for like voice acting, what's cool is potential. You might be able to like do something online at least, because
but I'm like so far removed from like the voice acting community, because I was like in it like fucking way back. Okay, not way back then, but way back then to me. So like I don't know how like the community's involved, because my friend who like doesn't like you know, was just like, you have a really expressive voice. I was talking to my boyfriend about people with expressive voices, and I was like, Moria should be a voice actor.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's just like I'm so far removed from like the community and everything, how everything works.
I mean, I'm sure if you find like a really good teacher and stuff too, though, they could like definitely help you kind of break into that, or to like understand. Well, if I hear of any other English book reading jobs in Korea, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, I took all that vocal direction in Korean as well. And at that time, my Korean was ass, by the way. I would like to say, like, my Korean was really bad. You know, my Korean has not always been good. It used to be piss poor, and then I lived in Korea for a while, and then it got a lot better. So when I first like was out in Asia, my Japanese was much better because I was in Japan for a period of time, and I had a lot of Japanese friends, and I would hang out with my Japanese friends, and so my Japanese was like pretty not good, but like conversational, and I would say that a lot of words and stuff I would pop into my head faster in Japanese than they did in Korean, and I knew a lot more complex words in Japanese. But my Korean grammar and like base structure was better because I had spoken it when I was little. And then when I moved to Korea, that's when like my Korean, it was really bad for the first couple years.
Like what level would you say like it was at? Like
I said, it was worse than my Japanese. My Japanese was better at the time.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. Like, for example,
like was it just like basic? Like you could. Okay.
I didn't know. So like I said, my grammar and stuff was good because I had always had that, right? So I know how to like form a sentence. I just didn't know words. So I didn't know like the word like 동영상, for example. Like 영상.
영상, like the play.
No, 영상 is like video. 동영상 is just another way to say
영상.
video.
Oh, 영상. Okay, no, I know 영상. Sorry.
Yeah. So like I didn't know that, or like I didn't know the word 주차, like to park, because
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, well, in America, like if you speak Korean in America, you say parking. You say parking for parking, you know, like you don't say 주차. Yeah, like it was just like you say parking장, which is like a parking lot, but in Korea you would say 주차장, right, which is like a parking lot, right? So Leo's Korean is better than Amoria. Yeah, my Korean is better
Far,
than
far
Amoria.
more. My Korean is, guys. My adopted ass had to learn Korean like in college. Like my parents are white, so they were not able to teach me any Korean. So I had like, because a lot of Gilpul, like a lot of Korean Americans like grow up like, not all of them, but a lot of them like obviously like will like talk to their parents in Korean, or they'll hear their parents speak in Korean.
Right.
So they at least like know like basics or grow up like listening. But
Right.
yeah, I did not learn until I got to college.
Yeah.
So I am very much a late bloomer.
I know, but my Korean, I would say, was probably similar to yours, but with better grammar probably than you.
I have hope for the future.
Yeah.
Okay,
When
what
I
did you do
first
to
when I first
improve
got there, and then, well, I worked in Korean and somehow got by and said dumb shit at
Wait,
work.
what's your first job in Korea? Was it like in like a Korean, so you spoke Korean at your work?
Yes, my work was all in English, but I had to like speak Korean to like. Not my boss, but my boss's boss and like all my company people. So like my boss would tell me to do stuff in English, and he would also like teach me things in English. And then my other like upper work like sambe, I don't know what you call that, like my work senpai, she also spoke English perfectly. So the two of them spoke English perfectly, so they were able to like help me with understanding things and like teaching me how to do things and whatever. And eventually, like, it got to the point where I could kind of do things on my own. But even then, my Korean was really bad. I think it helped, like, making
Korean
Korean
for like
friends.
the first few years.
I would say it was bad for like the first, for like half my
few
time
years.
there.
Okay, I have a
Yeah.
few years then. Okay, I have a few years to level up. Cause like I know people are just like you'll naturally like you'll learn it over time. But I feel like my brain doesn't work that way. Cause I'm
You
not, like,
have
fully
to.
surrounded
The
by
thing is, like, you have to use it. So like, you need friends that will only speak to you in Korean.
Yeah, I made some Korean friends, and that definitely. But it's like, I guess I'm just like, okay, well, I've only like gone out with them like a few times, so like
Mhm.
obviously like I shouldn't expect instant success, but I do expect instant success.
No, that's not.
But
gonna
I'm just
happen.
like,
It
I don't know,
also
my brain's
helps
just like,
when they like, so like something that really helped me was like, I still remember, this is one of the first kind of complex Korean words that I learned. Was I was with a Korean friend and we were having lunch, and she was like, just like, oh, 막막하다. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What is 막막하다? And I was like, what is that in Korean? And so she can't speak English, so she in Korean explained to me what that was, like in baby Korean, explained to me what that was. And basically 막막하다 means like, it's kind of like, oh, I don't see a future, like I don't see, like I'm depressed, or I feel down because I don't see a way out, is kind of like the feeling is, right? And so like her explaining things to me in Korean also kind of helped, like, because if you the problem is when you start like translating things, right, in your brain, if you put like an English word to it, I don't even know what the English word is for that, right? But now I know what the feeling is for that, and I know what it means and what it's alluding to, and that helps you better than if you like are like, oh, okay, this means this, like this means depressed, and then like you equate that instead of equating things, because that's just rote memorization. If you kind of actually understand it, right, like you're understanding like what it is, it helps a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think my issue is just like I'm really bad at like memorize all those words, because when I hung out with a Korean friend, she would like say things and then she'd like, be like, oh, this means da 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 da. But it's like I'll remember it after that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, of course you don't remember it after the
again.
first time. Like it's gotta.
But then it's like I learned nothing.
No.
She told me and I forgot everything.
It's like that's just part of the process. Is that eventually when you hear it enough, you will remember. Like, oh yeah, that's what that means. But it's not gonna happen on the first time that someone explains something to you, right? So
I just feel like I just feel like I'm not good at like
no. See, okay,
naturally learning like that. I feel like I need to get back into a classroom.
The more you tell yourself that, the more you are just crippling your own abilities. Like I genuinely believe that, because I think the brain is a powerful thing, and you have to be kind to yourself and to your progression. I think another big thing that I don't think you do this, so I think you're fine, but like I had a friend, for example, and she really struggled while she was living in Japan, because she just didn't want to say something wrong, so she just wouldn't say anything at all. And I think that's like really the worst place you could be, is if you start getting anxiety about not saying the right thing. Like, you should just make mistakes, because your mistakes will also teach you, and people can also help you if you make mistakes. If they cannot help you, and you will not learn if you like don't actually try, right?
Yeah, no, I've definitely fucked up many a conversation.
Yeah, well, my chat knows this because I've told this story before too. But basically, there was this in my very first job ever. I said I had a coworker that I was really close with, and he would curse all the time. But I had no idea what was a curse word and what wasn't. Like, obviously, I know something like shibar is like a curse word, right? Like, everyone knows that. Even people who aren't Korean know that. But like, he would say certain things that I didn't know were curse words. So one time, I literally like, because every time he said like something was bad, he would say "족같다," and I thought that was just like a phrase, like an idiom or common saying to say. So at work, in front of the CEO of the company, I literally said that something was like "족같다," which is like literally like, it's kind of like saying like, that looks like dicks. Like, that's like what that's saying. Like, in front of your boss. Like, that's and so obviously I didn't know what I did, and later my coworkers were like, hey, you can't say that. But obviously, like, now I've learned, right, like what that is. And like,
You didn't get in trouble though. You got like the
I got like the foreigner pass, right?
Yeah,
They're just like, oh yeah, she doesn't know what she's
like,
doing.
oh,
She's a foreigner.
stupid
She's
little.
learning. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't know any better.
Yeah, and like everyone at the company was like really nice and stuff, so like it was fine. But like, yeah, stuff like that. I feel like, yeah, it was embarrassing and it's a mistake, but like, who the fuck cares, right? Like, I came out of that and I learned, and that's all that matters, and it was fine, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My friend who like she learned Swedish doing this, but now has since said like, oh yeah, I'm fucking learning Korean and learning Swedish is so much more difficult. But she was like, oh, she would put on like shows she's already watched, like Swedish shows that she watched with subs, and then watch them back without subs.
Right.
So I tried to do that with Korean, but the thing is, every time I didn't know like a word or a phrase or grammar, I would like pause it and like study it and write it down. And after 30 minutes, I was like, I am 20 seconds into this drama.
You
So I
don't
was like,
wanna
how do you do that? Yeah,
No,
and she was
you
like,
don't
no,
do
you're
that.
supposed to just watch it.
You're supposed to
And
just
but
watch
then I'm
it.
like, but I'm like, how? Like, shouldn't I be how? I can't like.
Well, okay, so,
It feels
the
wrong.
the reason why that works without stopping it every 20 seconds or every other second even, is that you don't need to understand everything. You are trying to watch it all,
But I'm like,
and try to just get the context of it, because you already know the context because you've already watched it once, right? So now you're watching it again, and now you're piecing it together in your own mind, and you don't need to learn every word. So like, there are words in Korean, like for example, 족같다, like what does that literally mean? I don't know. But what does that represent? I know, right? Like,
Okay.
there are a lot of words in Korean that I know that I have no idea what the actual meaning is, but it doesn't matter because I know how to use it, and I know in what context it's used and what kind of expression it is, right? And I think that's what's important. It's not learning every single word, you know? It's about learning.
You phrased it better than her. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
That's
I'll give it
good.
another shot. Yeah, okay, because now I'm like, okay, I get it. Because when she was telling me, I was like, no, I have to learn every single fucking thing they say. I need to 100% this.
No, because what
Okay.
you're not learning the words. You're learning what context to use these phrases and words in, right? It's like when you see like little kids yell like fuck and stuff like that, like those funny videos of kids yelling that. Well, like they don't understand what they're saying, right? They're just copying. Okay, in this situation, my parent says this word, and therefore when I am in a similar situation, I'm just gonna copy it. Like they don't know what it means, right? They're just saying things. And I think that's just how you're gonna have to learn. It's kind of like Japanese, like a lot of weebs, right? They learn Japanese. They'll learn things like yatta. What does yatta mean? You don't know what yatta means. But you know when to use it.
You just yatta.
Yeah. Or like gambatte. What does gambatte mean? Like people probably don't. I mean, we know what that means, but most people probably don't know what that means, right? But you know what it means in what context, like where you're supposed to use it, right? So I think that's what's important. It's not about learning the words.
I get it. The dots are connecting in my
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I understand. I get it. I get what you're throwing down. I get it.
Yep. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm getting it. Senpai.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's important. That's why your friend was suggesting, you have to watch it all the way through, because otherwise you're not going to understand the context in which things are being used, right?
Also, actually, Maid Cafe is a great Korean practice because I only speak in Korean the entire time.
Oh, right, because like, but the issue
Yeah.
with like Maid Cafe or idol stuff that I've noticed that can be a little bit difficult is that you do wind up kind of saying the same like set of phrases, right? Like it's like a very limited. You're not.
Oh, at least with the
having-
ones
Mm.
we have like full conversations like about what like stuff, especially
That's
when we
good.
like what we did or or we usually have about like shows or like
Aw,
other
that's
stuff
cute.
like hobbies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot more like I don't know. It feels a lot more. I would
Parasocial.
equate it more. Yeah, parasocial.
I was like,
it
that's
feels like
parasocial as fuck.
Like an idol fan sign, like an idol fan sign, rather than like a role playing experience.
Right.
Mhm.
Sounds parasocial. No wonder you're there like every single day.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Because that's why maid cafes never appealed to me. Because I was like, eh. But then once you add the parasocial aspect, everything changes.
Everything changes.
Everything fucking changes.
And, okay, at Korean Maid Cafes, I have a question. Do they dance and sing and stuff too, or no?
Some of them do, but
Hmm.
some of them don't. It just
Huh.
depends on like because there's like a few now. It just depends. I know some of them do. And
Just like
then
it depends on the
some of
cafe,
them
you
don't.
mean, right? Not on the maid.
Oh yeah, I did cafe, but
Oh.
also on the maid.
Sure.
Because I know one. It was like, you can like order like they have like the menu that you can like order them to like do a dance or do like
Sure.
a song.
Mhm.
But not all the maids have it since not all of them can sing and dance.
Right, makes sense.
Mhm.
Well, I'm excited to go with you when I visit.
Hee hee hee. I'm gonna bring you on a day my favorite maid is working.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see your favorite maid
Hee
and then
hee.
steal her away from you.
Oh but no, we are we are both fucking loyal to each other. Oh wait, actually I do
yeah,
DMV
sure.
something that happened, but yeah.
Oh my
No, literally when I
God.
brought my
You're so
friend there-
fucking parasocial. I can't believe you have something to even DM me about. I can't believe you. My God.
But when I brought my friend there,
Uh-huh.
like my friend from like college in America, we
Mhm.
went and I introduced her to the maid and I was like, oh yeah, this is like my friend from like we went to the same college in America, and the maid was not her like shook her hand like like my friend was like my dad getting she was like getting approval from my dad meeting my parents.
You're
for the first
so
time.
delusional. Holy shit. Do you hear yourself right now? Do you hear
Every
yourself?
time.
Oh, do you hear Amoria? Where do you hear yourself? Are you listening to yourself?
No, it was really cute because she was like, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. She was like, oh, and she's like, 안녕하세요. And she like shook her hand.
Oh my God.
Also, whenever they say goodbye,
Mhm.
like whenever like I know like people who are probably her favorite come
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
like they get the check-in with her and I see them right at their desk. When they're saying goodbye, because I get cute girl privilege as well.
Sure,
Because
sure.
when they're saying goodbye, like, and because they have to like say like, oh, sama, da da da,
Right,
like when they
right.
open the door and they leave.
Uh-huh.
Like every time I see her, just like, oh, she'll be like wave goodbye and stuff. But whenever we're leaving, even if she's like out like in the back of the maid
Mhm.
cafe or like doing something else, she'll like get up and run to the door and like hug me and like say goodbye and then shake my hand and like grab my hand and like rapidly shake it and stuff. And then she'll as
She's
we're
got
leaving, she'll
you-
stick her
she's
head
got
out of the
you
door and
wrapped
wave.
around her finger.
I
She's
know.
got you wrapped around her finger,
I
Amoria. That's why you're there every
Listen,
week.
I have to take advantage of my cute girl privilege.
You're literally, it's not even at this point, you're literally paying for this though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I know. That's the whole point. I'll gladly pay for it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? I'm happy
Exactly.
for you.
I'll
I'm
gladly
happy
pay
for you. I'm
it.
happy you can live your best life.
Hee hee. Well, I mean, it's no different from me being parasocial with idols. It's just
Okay,
Stray
what?
Kids
The,
cost
okay, the difference is
significantly
that
more.
I'm not parasocial. The difference is that I'm not parasocial. You're right. There is no difference than being a parasocial with idols. But the difference between you and I is that I am not parasocial.
I am so parasocial.
You are so parasocial. Holy shit.
I am so.
Bro, I didn't know it was this bad.
It's no, I'm parasocial. Like literally, like.
I like okay because when you talk about maids and stuff, it is very much in the similar way that I talk about idols, like in the terms of like, oh, like it gives me like energy, or it gives me like the will to like live another day, to be exaggerate, or like, you know, the will to do work. Like it gives you a reason to like make money, to spend money, right? Because I know that's like a really silly concept, but I think it is really important actually to have like a reason. Oh, especially nowadays in this fucking economy, and not to get like so fucking doomer about like the way that like economics are right now, but like genuinely it's so like back in ye old day, you know, our parents' age, it's kind of like a thing where, okay, I'm working really hard so that I can afford a house, so that I can start a family and afford to feed my family and pay for my children and feed my children, right? But like nowadays, first of all, none of us have children, and then like second of all, it's like, buy a house. Are you joking me? Like we can't afford that shit. So it's kind of like you're making this money and you feel like you don't know why. Like you're like, what is the purpose of making this money? What am I gonna do with this money? So I feel like a lot of people have gone into the retail therapy where they're just kind of like, okay, well, I just want to like buy all my favorite things. I'm gonna buy hobby stuff or whatever it is. So I think like, but that stuff can get stale really fast because it is like a solo activity essentially. Mm-hmm. But when you're like having purpose to make, this sounds so fucking crazy, but literally when you feel like you have purpose to make money for someone else, whether or not that's a parasocial relationship or whatever, it actually does genuinely like fuel you as a human being. Cause some days it's hard to fucking wake up and go to work. It is genuinely, you know? So like having a reason, a someone to do that for sometimes means a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like one time, it was back in January, I think. I was like really stressed. And I was like, I don't even want to fucking go. I was like literally like I shed a tear. I was like trying not to cry to like my friend I was going with like outside of the maid cafe. I was like, I don't even want to fucking go. And then I went and I came down. I was like,
was that the day you messaged me and you're like, I don't even want to go to the maid cafe today. I'm not even feeling it. Yeah. You're like, you know, it's bad when I don't. I was like, Amoria, just go. I think I literally was like, Amoria, if you don't go, I'm literally gonna like fly to Korea and like kick your ass. Like you have to go.
And I went, and then I was happy. And then me and my friend walked out. I was like, okay, I'm glad I went. And then I got the will to live for another day.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
That's all we need. That's day by day, everyone.
Day by day. Yeah, go to the maid cafe, pay $20-$30, and have another day to like. That's really inexpensive, honestly, if you think about it. Grand scheme.
And I only go once a week. Okay, well, sometimes I go more, but that's like if friends go. If friends are like, do you want to go? And I'll be like, sure, I'll go with
Have you ever gone alone yet?
No, but I think I might have to this month.
You might have to? Why is it a have to?
Because I'm like, I don't know if I mainly go like, there's like, probably like 4 friends that I usually go with, but I mainly go with 2 of them. I don't really go often with the other 2. But like, because of like my favorite maid scheduling and stuff, I think there might end up being like a week or 2 this month where I might have to go alone. But like, I'm now comfortable at the point. And the only thing is like my Korean, where I'm like, oh, if I don't understand what they say, then I'm like, oh god, I don't know how I'm gonna like.
It's good practice. Ask her to explain it to you.
I know this is this character flaw, but I don't like asking people to explain things or like be like, oh, can you like say it again? Or like, I will if it's like a question. Like if they ask me something and I clearly don't understand, I'll be like, oh, like I don't understand the meaning. Can you say it again or whatever? But if they're just talking and like I don't understand something, I won't ask them to like. I won't be like, oh, I don't know what you said. Can you like say it again, or can you? Like,
I mean, I think that's pretty normal because it's like you don't want to.
I just feel bad.
Conversation.
Yeah. And I feel bad like putting the burden of making them teach me stuff on me. But my friend, that same friend from college who's studying abroad, is very proactive in Korean learning. So she will just like full on ask them, and I'm like, oh my god, we are so different. Yeah. And I was like, I wish I could be proactive, but I'm just like, oh, smile and nod. Just smile and nod.
The only one stopping you is yourself.
I stop myself from doing a lot of things.
You really do.
I am my own biggest enemy.
You are literally your own biggest fucking problem. Like, actually.
I know it's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. I'm trying to be more proactive.
That's good.
I've implemented, some of the advice you gave me. I've implemented a lot of it, but baby steps.
Baby steps. Yeah, I mean, usually, things don't change all of a sudden. Just like how you won't improve in Korean overnight, Amoria. You're fine. Just
I thought that was gonna go in a different direction. I thought
wait,
you were like how you won't ever improve in Korean.
No, what the fuck? Why would I say that? What do you take me for?
The tone that felt like it was where it was building up to.
No. The fuck? What do you think I am? A monster?
The build up. I thought that's where the conversation was.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't need children. I have Amoria. She's going through her teenage rebellious phase right now. God.
Rebellion. You'll wish you had a daughter as good as me. I'm a great daughter. I'm a great child. My parents love me.
You get drunk in front of me. God damn.
Hey, I am a very competent drunk. The worst I do is maybe start speaking in Korean and maybe act a little cute.
Oh my god, you go eggo drunk? Are you an eggo drunk?
A little bit, not too heavy, not really a little bit, but I'll my barriers go away.
Sure.
But I'm not a sad or a messy or a angry drunk. I'm just there to have a good time.
Angry drunks are the scariest, honestly.
I don't think I haven't met an angry drunk.
No, I've met angry drunks. They're the worst. As soon as I've met if I meet someone and I drink with them and they're an angry drunk, I never drink with them ever again.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a big mood killer.
And also because those people a lot of times they don't know first of all that they're an angry drunk, and then second of all they usually don't know when their limit is, and it just flips all of a sudden.
Ugh.
And they just start getting mad and yelling and wanting to fight people, and you're like, okay, that's enough of that. Yeah. Anyway, drinking.
Has anyone,
we gotta do
any
it
of the
together.
angry drunks, have you told any of them they're angry drunks?
No, because a lot of the times if they're angry drunks, I assume that they have anger problems in real life. That they're either suppressing or are good at hiding if I didn't notice it before, and then I just do not speak to them unless I have to after that.
Oh wait,
I'm really scared of people who have actual anger management issues. Yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I know. Oh, I was gonna say I know my dad. He's not an angry person or drunk at all. But I know he said if he drinks this one kind of beer, it makes him when he becomes mean. And he's just this one kind of beer. It's some Bush, but milk cools, Miller. I don't fucking know. But it's just one in particular because I've never seen my dad angry drunk or any. But he's just this one specific beer. It's one of those Bush, Miller, Bud Light. No, not Bud Light. Natty Light. It honestly might be that.
I mean,
one,
it could be a Bud Light. I think the Bush Miller, that's the whole.
Yeah.
It's a group of beers, so.
Yeah, it's just because my Midwest beer people, but yeah.
The Midwest.
Yeah,
beer.
he was only this one specific beer. He'll be a mean. He's I get really mean when I'm drunk.
Aww.
I've never seen it.
Well,
he doesn't
at least he can just avoid it.
Yeah, to avoid. Yeah, that's why he doesn't drink that one.
All right, but I think we're gonna have to call it probably a wraps here because I've been actually sleeping really early lately, and I've been
what time is it for you?
super tired. It's almost 1 now.
Oh my god.
Which is not that late for me typically because I usually sleep really late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty early for you.
It is. But I've been trying to be in bed by 1:30, be in bed. So brush teeth and everything's off and everything. And then try to be like asleep by like 2:32 ish.
What time do you wake up?
Scroll and stuff. I have been waking up at like 10 recently.
Okay.
So, you know, I try to get that like 8-ish hours of sleep.
Okay. Look at you go.
Yeah. We try. Micah, thank you so much for 5 months of membership as well. Thanks for stream. Glad I could catch the end of it. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Sorry we didn't play Baldur's Gate. We'll play Baldur's Gate soon. I'm just still adjusting, and you know, even like this, like I'm just trying to figure out like what's gonna work for me, so I apologize. Thank you, Amoria, for streaming today. I know you streamed twice, so I appreciate it.
It's alright. Collabs are like more chill. Like I don't like double streaming if it's a solo stream, but if it's like a solo stream and then a collab, I'm like, collabs like don't really feel like streams to me, so it's fine.
Yeah, because it's like hanging out, and also you kind of only have to do half the heavy lifting, right?
Exactly. And plus, I was like, I don't even have to like physically stream. Like, or somebody's gonna set it all up. I can just sit back and relax.
Yeah, especially when you're not the one hosting, it's like so much nicer for sure.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so relaxing.
Any hint as to when the next attempt at Baldur's Gate may be? We'll try to do it soon. I'll figure out a time with Amoria. I think now like I have my current schedule of like working the way that I am, waking up at 10 a.m. and stuff. I think after the end of this week, I will have like a much more solid schedule. So Amoria and I will plan something soon. Yeah, sorry about that again, but we'll continue soon. No worries.
It's fine. They got their collab still.
Yeah,
true. Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
they got to see us talk.
When I'm feeling like fighting something. It's not today. This is not today. I was like, I feel like I was like looking for alcohol actually. It's probably a good thing I didn't drink though, because I am like feeling tired already. I think if I drink, I would have just been like really sleepy the entire time. So it's probably a good thing.
Yours if I mentioned that before, and I was like, I have alcohol. I would have drank with you if you found it.
I was like, damn it, I'm out of alcohol. I only have Jack Daniels and I don't want to drink that. I don't want to throw up. That shit makes me feel disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway,
that's a whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's whiskey, but it's like cheap whiskey.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. We'll see you guys very soon. Hopefully next time for Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. Alrighty. We'll see you guys next time. Liotsu. Amoriba.
Amoriba.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.